My name is Demarius and I am 14.
My name is Kaylin and I'm 15.
I'm Ryan and I'm 14.
My name is Serenity and I'm 14 years old.
My name is Amir Lawrence and I'm 14 years old.
What is your opinion on peer pressure?
If you're doing something wrong and you know it's wrong and then other people like peer pressure you into it, it's just, I feel like it's dumb because as long as you don't do it, it's whatever. If they do it, that's their problem.
It's kind of a big deal, but I think it really just depends on your mental state and how well you can handle different situations.
It's something that you shouldn't do and something that you shouldn't interact in.
Peer pressure can force you to do things that you may not want to do, and you're gonna maybe feel like if you don't do whatever you do, you're not gonna feel cool or you're not gonna feel accepted by other people. But peer pressure can also force you to make decent decisions because you may be scared to do something you may have to do, and if you have good enough friends, they're going to make you do that thing, and yeah, they're going to push you out of your comfort zone.
Is it harder to resist being peer pressured by someone you know or by a stranger, and why?
I think it's harder to be peer pressured by a stranger because you don't really know them and you don't know how they act or what they're capable of.
I think a friend.
It's going to be harder to resist from somebody you know. If you say no to that person, you're going to feel like they're not going to want to be friends with you anymore, and they're not going to accept you anymore.
I feel like it'd be harder to resist peer pressure from someone that you know, because if it's just a stranger, you don't know that person, so obviously you'd say no. But like if it's someone you know, especially if someone you know for a long time, yeah, it would be harder.
I think it's harder by somebody you know because you want to impress that person. And with the strangers, like, you don't know them, so it's easy to say no.
Do you have any experience with being peer pressured, or have you seen your friend get tied into something they didn't want to do?
I have experienced peer pressure and I've learned to overcome it over the years. I don't let people tell me to do things I don't want to do. And I have experienced seeing people that I know get peer pressured, and I try my best to help them, especially if it's gonna make them a worse person over the time.
I can say I've been peer pressured by my sister, maybe to sneak out the house or something like that. But you know, I can say no to somebody, so it didn't work out.
Yeah, there's this one time, my sister, she would be like, come and do this with me, or else I'm going to tell your mom what you have done or whatever.
No, not really, because most peer pressure are like little jokes, but it's not like doing stuff that are like bad.
How does being put into something you don't want to do make you feel?
Being put into something I don't want to do makes me feel very uneasy and anxious because I might not know what happens next, and I might have to deal with consequences I didn't want in the first place.
I guess it kind of makes me feel angry because personally I don't like repeating myself, so when people like constantly try to get me to do something, it just kind of annoys me.
Why do you think people peer pressure others?
To try and make people to stoop down to someone else's level.
Probably because they want to fit in.
Probably like if they know that they're doing something bad, they're not the only ones paying for it, so then they drag someone else down with them.
People peer pressure others to feel a sense of superiority, I guess.
Do you have any advice to anybody struggling to listen to their own instinct and become a leader?
Just, if you know it's wrong, don't do it. Like, even if it's like your friend that you've known for a long time, you really don't need people at all. If you lose a friend, who cares? Just don't do it if you know it's wrong. And if they get in trouble, they get in trouble. At least don't just let them go through it. Just tell them not to, and if they still do it, they do it. It's whatever.
Kind of hard to not do peer pressure if that's what you've been doing your whole life. Listen to what your body tells you not to do and what your body does tell you to do.
Don't listen to others' opinion. The only opinion that really matters is yours.
Any advice I have for students trying to become a leader is just trust your gut. Whatever you think is right, you should do it. Because at the end of the day, you're your own self. Nobody controls you. You're your own person. And you should go by that.
Thank you for watching this video. Popularity doesn't mean being liked. It means being known. Don't be influenced to do something that you think isn't safe or something that you don't want to do just so you can be popular. That person may not be any happier than you are. Do what makes you happy. You're not alone. Finding confidence and sticking up for yourself and even others can be hard, but by taking a stand, you inspire others. I'd like to thank all the students involved in helping me with the process, all listed here.